He got himself muted.
Horace, can you hear me?
There you go.
Is he muted?
I think he's got himself muted.
We got 2 minutes.
Oh, maybe he doesn't.
He's
He
waving
says-
at us.
Or maybe it's volume.
Can't hear you. Right. Uh-oh.
Horace, can you hear us, buddy?
The chat side won't come up if he hasn't on it either.
Who's that with us?
I couldn't tell you.
No, it's kind of your friend. That'll-
Horace, can you hear us, bud?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Now.
Do now.
Just learn how to get in this thing. Smile, Marion.
You're awful. I'm trying to hide, but
Trying to hide.
it's 6.
Can't hide on this thing.
I'm going to call the meeting to order. If you'll stand, we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, and indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Gosh, don't confuse us.
Got me confused there. Okay. Roll call.
Alderman Sedley.
Here.
Alderman Falconberry.
Here.
Alderman Williams. Alderman Joyce.
Here.
Alderman Morton.
Here.
Alderman Hill.
Here.
I believe
Yeah, right.
if you'll, we'll move on to the approval of the agenda.
I approve. Make a motion.
I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
A second.
I have a motion to approve and a second. All in favor of approving the agenda, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
We'll move to the approval of the minutes. You have those in front of you.
Make a motion to approve.
I have a motion to approve. Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
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 Okay, we'll move on down to number 6, citizen input. I believe Mr. Brewer is here and would like to speak with us.
Hello. Stand up right here.
That'd be fine.
Okay. Do you guys, I think I sent out my little presentation to everybody. I'm not sure if everybody got one. I sent yours Friday and I think it came today. I tried to refund. Does anybody need it?
Right.
All right. And what I'm looking at is, and I did bring the original docket when we opened these liquor stores, the ordinance number 1203. And that one, we're looking to see if there was anything else.
Now you're cutting off.
No, you cut me in.
But originally when we started, it was myself and Mukesh Kumar that owns the Shell. And we both went in and got the liquor license going. In this document, it said that there was two stores available. It's based on population, 3,000 people per store. That's the way the state rules showed. That was the guidelines we were given from day one. And then the third store came along And it was my understanding two stores didn't care if they were. But what I'm trying to do today is make sure, number one, we're not still rolling on this old document, 2 stores per, how it's started out. If there's supporting paperwork, so that we had 3 unlimited. But my purpose is to make sure that all 3 stores are covered, with one being grandfathered. Be bought out by one of the other 2, and we would go to. If there's an undetermined number of stores, it kind of devalues each store that we've got. And I'm trying to get it back in the rules how the state started. I haven't really worried about it for the last 3 years because when wine was approved to go into the grocery stores, they put a 3-year moratorium. I can't remember that word, which means you cannot have a new store in Tennessee except for if it was like Eagleville, who didn't already have one. Then they would allow, 1 store based on population. So basically my Tennessee state guidelines for number of stores in the city is 1 for 3,000. No limits of number of liquor stores in Chapel Hill devalues the 3 existing liquor stores. So both, we work with you guys and y'all work with us, and y'all protect us by not letting the 4th or 5th come in and get back to state rules, and we protect you. And the tax dollars that I've put down below are the see if you want to read along. City tax of 8% is paid to each liquor distributor on each weekly purchase invoice. This 8% on tax purchase is then paid monthly. Does it come monthly in a lump sum?
Yes.
So there's no split up between, it's just one. Okay. So that is what we're talking about, is the 8% city tax based on our purchases that comes to you from our distributor. After that, and that tax actually in Columbia and everywhere north is actually 5%. So that raises our, our bottle price up a little bit by 3% anyway from Columbia. So it comes in a lump sum from all 3 stores. This tax was explained to me as what each individual city needs to be able to support what alcohol in a community brings, such as extra police, extra fire, extra protection, kind of like we got broke into or got armed robbed. And the city of Chapel Hill, those guys did awesome. And they did catch him, but they haven't been a big hoopla on it yet. But Tennessee sales tax of 9.25 is collected at each sale at my cash register. We then pay, we submit sales tax report each month online. So we pay it that way. That's broken down by sales tax is 2.5%, which is called local tax. I don't know how that local tax is split up.
Right now, we just get 1/3 of that.
All right. So anyway, my numbers are going to be skewed on here just from that. But I just made a kind of a general to tell you guys based on the 8% tax on my cost of goods sold for 2020 came up to that number, 38,381.38. And then the 9.25% is collected. I multiplied that 2.5 and came up with the other number, which is 11,299, which would be the entire thing that came to this. Y'all get 1/3 off.
Yeah.
All right. So those numbers are a little skewed. But I'm doing this kind of to show how much revenue these 3 stores are bringing to the community by being here. Which with the total that's skewed, like I said, is 45,680 per year. Now that being said, with the 3 existing liquor stores, that number is not going to change if we had 3, 5, or 10. Because you open up a new store, y'all would make 8% off their original purchases, but then we still got 1,700 customers buying between 4 stores. So everybody's goes down or shuts down. So that's the reason why I'm trying to go back to the state rules of 2 with 1 being grandfathered, so we're not hurting anybody. That's my total presentation.
Thank you.
But did you find anything else besides this original document that's on the book showing that anything more than 2 stores were ever approved?
Yeah, well, I think we found something on there somewhere, didn't you?
Let's look for it.
We found something where we had changed it where,
I've got it pulled up here, after ordinance 1203, I believe it was, Steve, that created, the liquor
The store.
stores
Right.
and limited it to 1206, which was passed, I think December of 2012. Yeah, on the second reading, made it unlimited. You can see there where,
Right. Can I get a copy of that? Can you
Yes, sir.
print that off? I didn't get that one.
I'll email that to you.
That's fine. But I'm trying to get that unlimited to protect us and, so we're back in state standards. Unlimited's kind of unreasonable, really.
I do want to clarify that right there, and I'm going to ask Todd again for clarification. Guidelines and statute requirements are different. Is that correct, Todd?
Right. What the statute says is that the town does have the authority to limit the number of retail stores within the jurisdiction, but may not do so as to unreasonably restrict the availability of alcoholic beverages for the residents. And I think that the 1 in 3,000 is a guideline issued by the Alcoholic Beverage Commission that basically says, if you allow retail stores to exist and you don't have at least 1 store for every 3,000 residents, it could be viewed as unreasonably restricting the availability of alcoholic beverages. But there's no requirement under the law that you place any sort of limitations or restrictions on the number of stores. And again, I need to verify that 1 of 3,000, but I think that's where that comes from. But you're certainly not restricted on having as many stores in town as the market will bear.
Thank you.
So it's good for the gander, not necessarily for the goose, flip-flop.
Thank you. Okay. Communications from me. I just want to say thank you for all the hard work everybody's doing. And I have,
I think Jamie might want to.
oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Jamie.
That's okay.
Speak.
I have just 2 things I wanted to ask of you guys. The first one is, you all have been sponsoring on Tuesdays our Straight Talk that we have on my radio show. It comes on at 8 o'clock in the morning. And me and Mark, we've talked about it. And basically, I wanted to ask you guys if you're okay with it. I'm sure you know right off the top, roughly, give or take, how much exactly is spent on that. There's a difference in doing the sports package versus doing what you're doing here on the radio show. This is actually a great program. We have several guests upon there. It could be anywhere from Mike Kinney was on there 2 weeks ago talking about the COVID-19 vaccine when it was first brought here to the county. Of course, it's been a very big tool during this whole coronavirus and pandemic. That's really when we keyed in. We've had the governor was on there one day speaking. We've also had multiple different local mayors. Mark would come on there and talk about things that Chapel Hill was doing, such as when the sidewalk, kind of when it was going to take off. Of course, a lot of this is pre-COVID. But I just want to ask you guys for hopefully that you'll take that into consideration again and picking up doing that, because again, I think it's a good tool for you all. You get 2 ads played during that period, so Chapel Hill is getting recognition for that. And again, you're sponsoring different individuals coming in and speaking about big events that's coming on, or it could just be we're talking about, like, for instance, back when Micah got injured. That's when we took the time to, as the Touchdown Association, to come on board there one day and thank everyone that had sent money and things like that. So it's a good, useful tool that I hope that you all, I don't know if it necessarily has to go to them to talk about, or if you can approve that or what all.
Well, I was gonna say, that is ours expired, first of all, already? Did it go out like in?
At the end of the year.
At the end of the year, that's what I was thinking. How much was that a month, Jamie? Right off the top of your head?
Missy was actually doing that. I don't know if she ever got an email to me.
I think it was like 200. Isn't it 100 or 200 a
Yeah.
month?
It's not expensive.
I think what we could do, is I could renew that for the rest of this fiscal year, and then we could get it in the budget for, talk to the board about possibly getting it in the budget for next year.
And how much is that a month? It's about 150 a month, you're thinking?
100 to 200 a month, yeah.
200 a month. And how often do we use that, Mark?
Well, it basically just gives us a platform to, you know, get messages out or talk about different things, you know, from the town. It, you know, gives us the opportunity to, you know, advertise whatever we might want to advertise.
We can get it on there, right?
Yes, and you have first priority where if one week you say, like, let's say for instance, you all had some kind of big event that you were gonna have on that Friday or Saturday. That Tuesday, you call, whether we've got somebody lined up or not, you all get priority over that. You call in and say, hey, you know, or text me, whatever, and say, hey, you know, we need this Tuesday. We've got a program coming on this Friday or Saturday or et cetera. That's an opportunity for you all to push that out. Like I said, it's two free ads played during that time when you purchase that package deal. So I hope that you all will definitely consider, because like I said, it's been a big tool. You get, again, big name recognition there, and that's, you're sponsoring something that roughly during that time, because my show does contain a lot of your local news and big key things going on, because it's an early morning show. We have, give or take, anywhere from 15 to 25,000 listeners during that period, because we do reach 8 counties. So that's, again, you're hitting a good prime time there with people that may be on their drive to work, or they've got their radio on.
It's $112 a month from what we currently do. So you're looking at about $1,300 a year, just total.
It's kind of a no-brainer.
When is that program on?
Just because how many
8
times
o'clock
shall
in
we
the
do
morning. It
it?
starts at 8. We got
I
Fox
know the last
top of
one
the hour,
uses it.
come out Fox News
Okay.
straight into it.
They pay the
And
sales.
that's Monday through Friday?
Well, yeah, we Tuesday, we're gonna
Oh,
on
Tuesday,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm just trying to figure out how many events in Chapel Hill.
I don't have a problem
I,
with it.
I,
And that's something you can approve all on your own.
Yeah, it is. And like I say, it gives us an opportunity to, you know, anything that we've got going on or anything that we wanted to promote, there's an opportunity to, you know, holler at Jamie and get on there.
Does Jamie need to draw you up a package or bring you anything, or?
We can work that out.
I'm sure you
Yeah.
guys know how that works.
Yeah.
If Mark can approve it, I don't have a problem with it. That'd be a great idea.
Like I say, we can do 6 months and then get it in this year's budget to do
that.
for the entire
sounds
year.
good to me.
Perfect. And then the second thing I had is I just want to take the opportunity to say thank you all for allowing me and Chad to handle the Christmas parade. I listened to the last meeting.
It was great.
That's good.
I listened to it at home. I didn't have a chance to come here, but I hope you all enjoyed it. I think we ended up tapping out at close to roughly about 10,500 people had viewed that video. So
The only
It hit a
comment I
big-
got about it is as skinny as you are, you block that screen. We need you to move a little to the left,
well,
man.
and this is a learning year for us. And
Next year's
again,
better.
oh yeah, we're gonna.
I can't wait for the 4th of July.
We're gonna go with the bang, but again, I just wanna say thank you all for that. I hope that you had as much fun as we did, and I heard a lot of compliments on the tree lighting ceremony, the tree itself, and the buildings being decorated. So-
Unfortunately, I didn't make it to you. My ride broke down in front of the hair guys. I had to push it over to the yard.
It was a wonderful night.
Yeah.
But again, I just wanna say thank you guys for helping us with that. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, now, I just want to go back and say thank you for all the hard work they're doing, and I am going to try and get out, not just the notes where I have reworked what our goals and everything were, and I will be giving that to you if I can ever get the emails working. Okay, now reports, and we will start with Mark.
I really don't have anything to discuss specifically, unless y'all have any questions about something. You know, in our work session, we went over a couple of things I wanted to make sure I talked to you about, in particular the TAP grant and, you know, the cost and the potential of shooting for the next cycle. So other than that, other than what we've already talked about, I don't have anything unless y'all have any questions.
I'm good.
I have a stupid question. The fire chief's report, how many stations do we have?
Two.
But it says reports from stations 1 through 5
That's our number.
and 2 through 4.
Responses from station 1 was 5.
Okay, thank you. I
Station,
told you it was stupid.
no,
Yeah. I should have figured that one out. All right, so we had 5 and 4, and that equals 21. And then that equals 30. Okay, 9 and 21 is 30. Thank you so much. I've been
Y'all know on the
quiet.
report, it don't say us how many is outside the city limits or in the city limits, does it?
Right.
I'd like to see that.
You got a general idea out of your head?
Is that something we can start adding?
no, I don't have an actual number, but I could work with them because you were talking about working with them for the budget cycle. So we'll see if we can get it to add that.
Okay, I think at one time they were putting that in there, if I recall. I may just have dreamed that. Okay, any old business? Hearing none, we'll move on to new business. Resolution 2021-01, the resolution for post office support.
Did we ever get the letter drawn up to send it?
We'll base it off of this resolution once it's passed and send it. Probably just send in the resolution itself.
I'll make a motion to go ahead and go forward with it.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Do I have any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Any opposition? Motion passes, resolution passes. Resolution 2021-02, fire department surplus.
I'll make the motion, give me the equipment they're gonna need.
Well, let's try.
Just
Give it
give
to
it,
sale. You're selling some of that, right? Get rid of it?
Which 1500 are we getting rid of? Joe? The Matt's old truck?
The Matt,
The old truck.
old pickup truck,
Yeah.
it's real tired. The fire hose is being replaced by the new fire hose that we got on
I
the
thought we were
grant.
still using the 1500 as.
We got a replacement for it.
Okay.
okay.
Hopefully get another one maybe later.
Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Any opposition? Resolution passes. Resolution 2021-03, furniture surplus.
I filled in some blanks on that, saying exactly what we were gonna surplus. I know Carol had said she wanted some of the furniture out of my old office for the community center, and then
We want one for that.
yeah, we talked about putting some more in here in this office, so that leaves the boardroom table and the furniture in Chris's old office and the furniture in that storage room as what we would be surplusing.
I think to approve.
I have a motion to approve.
I'll second.
I have a second. Any further discussion? All in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Resolution 2021-03 carries. Any other business?
I think to adjourn.
I have a motion to adjourn.
I second.
I have a second. All in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Meeting adjourned. All right.